In an excruciatingly awkward scene that left the red-headed royal flailing in mortified isolation, Prince Harry suffered complete humiliation at the 2024 NHL Awards in Las Vegas after every single celebrity guest, presenter and hockey legend began evacuating the stage in droves mere minutes into his long-winded, rambling address. The excruciating televised embarrassment played out just after 9 p.m. local time as Harry took the mic to deliver the night's marquee opening remarks honoring the National Hockey League's greatest stars and commemorating the league's upcoming centennial anniversary. But what was intended as a heartfelt oration celebrating hockey's formidable cultural legacy almost immediately cratered into a cringy, alternate reality-inspired diatribe filled with Harry's patented brand of self-reverential navel-gazing and woke preaching. It's my distinguished honor to bask in this arena's radiant sphere alongside the most elite truth warriors using their unparalleled skills on the rink to decolonize oppressive sporting constructs from their deeply ingrained diplomacy layers of harm. Harry opened to the star-studded Vegas crowd in his trademark Lim 051 upper crust speak. Just as my dignity did partner Meghan and I have courageously stood resolute against reeking household toxicities, so too have you all as aspectabular thrillvincibilities. Seemingly within seconds, celebrities like Drake, Jon Hamm, and Rachel Zegler could be seen exchanging baffled looks and furiously texting as it became clear that far from an inspiring hockey tribute, Harry had once again hijacked the event to self-promote his polarizing brand of extreme rhetoric and psychobabble everyone had now grown exhausted by. Indeed, Harry seemed to veer completely off the rails from virtually the get-go, rapidly descending into a hysterics-laden tirade appearing to accuse the entire NHL of complicity in perpetuating systemic racism, oppression, and even climate change denial. He proclaimed the centuries-old game a monolithic Buckingham Palace tolerating violence coded by colonialists as bloodthirst recompense against indigenous low-entropy knowledge systems. Even more bizarre, Harry also appeared to equate every hockey arena to Eton Church safe harbor punching a travesty Warpits appeasing Xyraholic manifestor cults demon fracking liturgies, and claimed NHL referees and officials were really Gerdrick Det Dervish high priests blazing skitrail chemotherapy overriding our ancestral memic gravity well. Disregard the puckered blazoners masked in their apocryphonic shadow language zapping standing waves across the cosmological icescape, vectorizing ingress toward transhumanistic bile-binding rituals and destratifying prohibited tortillerium transom emissions from the. Harry continued sputtering at a near incomprehensible clip, at which point the first smattering of stars and personnel began slowly backing away. Within minutes, what initially seemed a few awkward chuckles and asides among the revelrous crowd quickly morphed into audible gasps and groans of bewilderment as it became clear the prince was completely going rogue. Then momentum shifted rapidly as a snowballing exodus took hold, stars and league personnel theatrical scattering in every direction. First to bolt were NHL luminaries like Marc Messier, Gordie Howe, and Mario Lemieux, almost walking off together in apparent disgust as Harry pivoted to some tangent about the fallacy of athletic coliseums and their detribalizing cityscapes where our concretized overmindness remains industrially locked down. In the fleeing talent's wake numerous chairs, lecterns and trophies could be seen appended as every single host, comedian, presenter and C-lister also abandoned their scheduled onstage roles. But by this point, even the broadcast team, lighting engineers and tech crews had all turned for the exits too, frantically motioning to cut away and replaying old highlight reels while repeatedly apologizing to audiences for severe technical difficulties. Astoundingly, Prince Harry simply plowed forward completely oblivious to the pandemonium for nearly 15 cringe-worthy minutes, raving about the need to harmonize hockey's cosmic tone holistry vibrometers with updated Penziac algorithms circumventing myths of dendritic contravective competitions, until the stage was fully cleared and he stood alone surrounded by empty seats and abandoned cables. Further compounding the humiliation, it appears broadcasters opted not to cut away but leave cameras rolling on the train wreck in its entirety before bewildered and howling viewers nationwide. Within minutes, the instantly viral "walk out on the waffler" debacle became the biggest story online and social media's #RunawayRedhead trending eclipsed all other recognition for the night's actual NHL luminaries and champions. How did this self-absorbed, insufferable creep get handed the mic when he's clearly jumped straight off the deep end? Asked Reno Mavlov, a Buffalo area bartender who switched on the broadcast hoping to see Son of the Sabres staff faded in the opening ceremony. First he's going on these nonsensical brain fever tangents before every single legend and star realized they're being hijacked and did the walk right out, laughing their way off that stage and back into green rooms like bosses, just leaving this clown raving into the abyss alone. Video clips capturing precisely that sequence immediately exploded across social platforms with shock memes, reaction posts, slicing edits and real-time commentary chronicling every fresh layer of the cascading disaster. Whether bemused empathy toward Harry's obvious detachment from reality or sheer second-hand embarrassment at the unwatchable spectacle, seemingly everyone agreed it marked a new nadir in the embattled prince's public unraveling. "Oh my God, I want to look away but simply cannot," marveled Golden State Warriors player Steph Curry while hate-watching from his San Francisco home and live tweeting updates. "This is beyond uncomfortable, it's almost elegizing mad undignities. A sad and lonely man so far gone down his narcissist rabbit hole that he's left screaming garbled egotistics alone in a dilapidated theater like King Lear in a madhouse." The prince's PR team tried desperately spinning Harry's humiliation as yet another unfortunate victim of anti-truth propaganda descendants denigrating his plurality awakening, while blaming underpaid staffers for gross oversight mismanaging at a brain cathedral stage premium overviewing caps far above what he essayed. But those stretched justifications appeared hollow by most metrics, especially as additional footage emerged throughout the night showing stagehands frantically signaling to cut the mic and wrap things up from the moment Harry first began descanting well-off accepted narratives. NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman lambasted the circus in a statement groaning, "It pains me to say, but Harry's sojourn gave me extreme second-hand cringe hearing his disjointed whiplash pomposity spiral into that detached alternate reality without a single well-meaning voice in his orbit intervening more decisively." Still others diagnose deeper issues at play, pointing to long-standing claims of progressive destabilization that Harry's committed inner circle now comprehensively enables instead of treating. Daily Mail royal editor Richard Mackenzie cautioned, "He used to be a sharp, witty guest thrilling any room, albeit putting on caricatured airs here and there as expected from any royal reared ham. But his lossless slide into paranoid, eccentric ramblings genuinely frightened folks tonight." However, arguably no one more eloquently summed up the fervent cringe engulfing Twitter than grizzled rock legend Ted Nugent in full red-basted splendor. "That cringe baby boy Prince Molly Womp just word vomited up a hot tard fully mad Fritzed Vanderwall Schwarzeneggered showery bitter dose of squanchy sweater puppetry. For real talk, tonight's muck muffered a bitch-britched yapper permanently glitch-tripped down the Rabbit Expressway to bulge muffin monster Mashville drizzling from his own smegmacake spillery punch muffin clown Holland gobs tone, holy underwear." As for the actual NHL awards presentation itself, planners eventually resorted to playing down highlights and calling rapid-fire winners, although presenters did memorialize the evening's embarrassing centerpiece during ensuing player tributes and skits. Standing ovations erupted every time an athlete mimicked the mass exodus, or play acted oblivious raving alone on stage to the roars of delighted fellow players and fans. Veteran broadcaster Mike Emmerich's closing remarks about, "Thanks to all the players and fans who stuck it out.